Welcome back to Physics Online session. So we have been discussing about that Biot-Savart law. In case of Biot-Savart law, we got that mathematical expression for the Biot-Savart law, and we got that what are the similarities and dissimilarities between Biot-Savart law and Coulomb's law, and we got that expression for relation between speed of light, permittivity and permeability. So that formula is connecting formula for that relation between permittivity and speed of light. C is equal to 1 divided by square root of mu naught into epsilon naught, right? Now I will take use of one circular coil, right? So in that circular coil, if certain amount of current is flowing, whenever there exists a current in the circular coil, there will be a magnetic field. So if there exists a current in the circular coil, there will be magnetic field. Now my interest is to calculate that magnetic field at any point on the axis of circular coil. I will take one circular coil. I want to find out that magnetic field at a point on the axis of circular coil. That circular coil will carry certain amount of current. So let me clarify that. For example, treat this is one circular coil, right? In this circular coil, certain amount of current is flowing. So whenever there exists a current in the circular coil, or whenever there exists a current in the current carrying conductor, there must be a magnetic field. From that Oersted experiment, we may come to know that whenever there exists a current in the wire, around the current carrying conductor, magnetic field is present, right? So instead of the straight wire, for example, I will consider one circular coil here. In this circular coil, certain amount of current is flowing. Whenever the current is flowing in the coil, there must be magnetic field. Now my interest is to calculate that what is the value of magnetic field at any point on the axis of the circular coil. That coil carries certain amount of current. If there exists a certain amount of current, means now my interest is to find out that what is the magnetic field at this point. So did you get my point? This is one circular coil. So in this circular coil, certain amount of current is flowing, right? So now my interest is to find out that what is the magnetic field at this point. I want to find that value of magnetic field at any point on the axis of the circular coil. So for that purpose, we need to derive that expression for magnetic field at a point on the axis of, so magnetic field at a point on the axis of circular coil carrying current. So this is very much important for 5 marks. Most of the time in annual examination, they will ask the question like so: derive an expression for magnetic field at any point on the axis of that current carrying coil. Okay, for example, first let me take one circular coil here. I will take one circular coil. Okay, so this is one circular coil. I will redraw on this. Wait a minute. So in this circular coil, suppose certain amount of current is flowing. In this circular coil, certain amount of current is flowing. For example, O be the center of this circular coil and capital R be the radius of this circular coil. In this circular coil, so there will be a certain amount of current. For example, I amount of current is flowing in this circular coil. Now I will choose one point of observation at a certain distance from the coil. For example, so this is the coil I said. So this is the coil, means I will choose one point of observation at a certain distance from this coil. That point we can take it as point of observation. Look at here. Let P be a point. Let P be a point of observation at a distance x from the center of the coil. What is the distance between center of the coil to that point of observation? at a distance x from the center of coil to this point of observation. Now how to calculate that what is the value of magnetic field at this point. So now my intention is to find out that what is the value of magnetic field at this point. Look at here, current is flowing in a anti-clockwise direction. What is the direction of current? Current is flowing in a anti-clockwise direction. Now let me write some descriptive part about that diagram. So here space is not enough, I don't want to write much about that descriptive part. For example, in order to find that value of magnetic field at this point, so as we did in case of Biot-Savart law, we consider that length element here, right? In the same way, I can consider that length element in this circular coil, as I did in case of that Biot-Savart law. In case of Biot-Savart law, in that wire I will choose one small length element. So D of L be the length element we considered. In the same aspect, we will be consider that length element in case of that circular coil here, right? For example, I will choose length element here. This length element is AB I can consider, and this length element is A dash and B dash. I will choose two length element. One is upper side, that is AB. Another one is down side, that is A dash and B dash. Now I have to calculate that what is the value of magnetic field at this point due to length element AB and due to length element A dash and B dash. So for that purpose, first I can consider that distance between length element and point of observation. So I can take that distance between length and point of observation, length element and point of observation, that distance let it be R I can consider. Did you get my point? Now look at here, from the Pythagoras theorem. So if this distance is R, this distance is X, then what about this distance? So that is square root of R square plus of X square. That is the distance between length element and point of observation. Consider a circular coil of radius. What is the radius of circular coil here? Of radius R, and P be the point of observation. Point of observation at a distance. What is the distance from this point of observation and the coil? So P be the point of observation at a distance X from the coil where magnetic field is to be determined. Magnetic field is to be determined. So in this point I want to find the value of magnetic field, right? Now magnetic field at point P due to length element AB I can consider. First I will take that magnetic field. Wait a minute, I will check out whether it is adjusted to the frame or not. Right, no problem. Magnetic field at P due to length element AB. Magnetic field at this point P due to length element AB, because of that length element AB. Look at here. Here I said that I amount of current is flowing in a anti-clockwise direction, right? So this amount of current is flows through that of length element AB. I will get magnetic field at this point P due to length element AB. So I choose that small portion here. Because of this small length element, you will get that magnetic field at this point P. Now I want to give that mathematical expression for that magnetic field at that point B. So magnetic field D of B is equal to, from Biot-Savart law, mu naught by 4 pi, right? Ideal sin theta, I into D of L sin theta divided by distance between a length element and point of observation, smaller I took, so that is R square, right? For example, here theta indicates that angle between length element and position vector. Look at here, this is the length element. in this direction. This is the position vector. Now look at here. Again I will take that. Sorry. Okay. Look at here. This is length, this is one circular coil, right? I choose length element upper side and lower side here. Okay. So just let me explain about these things. Upper side length element. So what is the direction of this length element? Length element, it is in this direction, inward direction. For example, point of observation is in this direction. Then what is the angle between length element and position vector? Treat this is length element. So this is length element you can consider. I will hold for a few minutes. This is length element in this direction. Look at here. This is length element in this direction. This is position vector. Okay. Look at here. This is length element. This is length element and this is position vector. So what is the angle between length element and position vector? This angle is 90 degree. Look at here. I want to find that what is the angle between length element and position vector, or distance r we can consider. What is the angle between position vector and length element? So that is 90 degree. Sin 90. Shall I take this one as d of b is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into d of L divided by r square. I got that magnetic field at point P due to AB. Now there exists a certain kind of magnetic field at this point P. Then what is the direction of this magnetic field? This magnetic field is along P to M direction. Did you get my point? Look at here. In this small length elements, if certain amount of current is flowing, means there will be certain magnetic field, right? Now I can consider that what is the direction of this magnetic field? Direction of magnetic field is along P to M direction. This magnetic field is along P to M direction. What is the direction of this magnetic field here? Magnetic field is along P to M direction. Now we can consider magnetic field at point P due to length element A dash and B dash. Similarly, I can consider magnetic field at P due to length element A dash and B dash. Due to length element A dash and B dash, we will get certain kind of magnetic field at this point. So that magnetic field value, for example, distance between length element A dash, B dash and point of observation. This is also x, this is also r. So then same, r is equal to square root of r square plus x square. I will write that same equation here. That equation may be d of b dash, it is equal to, okay, db dash is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into d of L divided by r square. So the same equation I will get. Because of the length element AB, you will get magnetic field at point P. So this is the direction of that magnetic field. Because of the length element A dash and B dash, you will get magnetic field at point P. This magnetic field is along the direction of P to N direction. What is the direction of magnetic field here? Magnetic field at point P due to length element A dash and B dash is P to N direction. Now whatever the magnetic field I got along P to M, that magnetic field is D of B. Whatever the magnetic field is along P to N, that magnetic field is D of B dash. This magnetic field I will resolve into two component. Look at here. This magnetic field I will resolve into two components here, right? What are those two components? Look at here. Magnetic field is resolved into two components. What are those components? For example, one component is along x-axis, another component is along y-axis. Look at here. Along the axis we can consider that dB sine of phi, and perpendicular to the axis I can consider that dB cos phi. Did you get my point? Total magnetic field D of B is resolved into two components. D of B resolved into two components. What is that? P of x. So P of x along that px, so that is dB sin phi. Okay. Along P to y, dB cos of phi. Along x-axis dB sin phi I consider, along y-axis dB cos phi I consider. In the similar way, dB dash is also resolved into two components. So dB dash is also resolved into two component. One is dB dash sin phi and another one is dB dash cos phi. Look at here. Treat this is point of observation, right? In this point of observation, along x-axis and y-axis, because of the length element AB, we will get magnetic field. That magnetic field is along the x-axis, along the axis, that is dB sin phi, perpendicular to the axis, that is dB cos of phi. Similarly, because of length element A dash and B dash, again you will get magnetic field along the axis dB dash of sin phi, perpendicular to the axis dB dash of cos phi. Did you get my point? Look at here. Whatever the magnetic field I got along P to M, this magnetic field is resolved into two component. Along that P to N, I will get that magnetic field. That magnetic field also I resolve into two component. Now the interesting point is, look at here, the magnetic field dB cos phi and dB dash cos phi are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So hope you get my point. Look at here. This is dB cos phi and this is dB dash of cos phi. These two magnetic field are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Look at here. dB cos phi is in upward direction. dB dash cos phi is in downward direction. These two magnetic field are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So this effect is getting cancelled out. So hope you get my point. Look at here. The total magnetic field at point P is responsible for the length element AB and length element A dash and B dash here. Now this magnetic field I resolve into x-axis and as well as y-axis. Here also the same thing I done here. Now at this point P, the magnetic field is along P to y and P to y dash I can consider. This is P to y dash. That magnetic field along Py and Py dash are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. Look at here. Sorry, dB cos phi and dB dash cos phi are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So its effect is cancelled out at point P. At point P, whatever the magnetic field is present along Py and Py dash, these two magnetic field will get cancelled out. So what I written here, dB cos phi and dB dash cos phi are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So this effect is cancelled out. Maybe my handwriting is not appear clearly, so follow my words here. So the magnetic field dB cos phi and dB dash cos phi are cancel each other. Now look at here, one more aspect. The magnetic field is present along x-axis. Look at here, dB sin phi, dB dash sin phi. These two magnetic field are in same direction. Look at here. This is magnetic field dB sin phi. This is magnetic field dB dash cos phi. Sorry, dB dash sin phi. Sorry, one second. Look at here. Magnetic field dB sin phi and magnetic field dB dash sin phi. Both are in same direction. So it is added up. Look at here. dB sin phi and dB dash sin phi are in same direction. So it is added up. So it is added. So in order to get the total magnetic field, what suppose I have to get here, dB sin phi and dB dash sin phi are in same direction. This magnetic field is added up. So total magnetic field, shall I write this total magnetic field is, so integration, in order to get that Total means I want to make that integration. Did you get my point? Integration. So B means total magnetic field. Integration of dB sine of phi I consider here. That I will take it as equation 3. Look at here. Wherever dB is there, shall I take that? Instead of dB, shall I take mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square here? Then this equation 3 becomes, put equation 1 value in equation 3. Did you get my point? Look at here, we are determining total magnetic field. Instead of dB, I will take mu naught by 4 pi into ideal by r square. Mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square into sine of phi. Now I want to apply that integration here. First I will take constant term outside the integral equation. Mu naught by 4 pi I into sine phi divided by r square. These terms are constant. I will apply that integration of d of L. D of L is nothing but a length element. What is the integration of d of L? Integration of d of x is x. Integration of d of L is L. Here length of the wire, it is in circular fashion. Circular fashion means so that L is equal to circumference of the circle. Did you get my point? D of L is equal to L, where length is equal to circumference of the circle, that is 2 pi r I can consider. So directly I can take integration of d of L is equal to 2 pi r. Look at here. B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I into sine of phi divided by r square into 2 pi of r. Why? Because integration of length element is nothing but L. So integration of d of L is L, that L is equal to circumference of the circle. Directly I taken as 2 pi r here. Now I will take, this is equation 4. This I can take it as equation 4. Look at here. What is the value of r here? Square root of r square plus x square. So wherever small r is there, just I can take square root of r square plus x square. And one more thing, here wherever sine phi is there, look at here, this is the angle I can consider. So that is the angle I can consider here. So angle between that position vector and the circular coil, that is phi. So from that diagram, sine phi is equal to what? Opposite by hypotenuse I can consider. From figure r is equal to square root of r square plus x square. Here r square term is there. R square means, shall I take r square is equal to what? R square plus x square. Did you get my point? R is equal to square root of r square plus x square. R square means again square term will get cancelled out here. R square is equal to r square plus x square, whereas sine of phi is equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So for this one, opposite means r here. Look at here, sine phi, angle between position vector and that of coil. So opposite by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse means r square plus x square, root is there, or you can take it as 1 by 2. Now, so this I took it as equation 4 and this one is equation 5. Now I will fill that equation 5 value in equation 4. Put equation 5 value in equation 4. Right. Look at here. B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi. Right. I into wherever sine phi is there. So just I will take it as r divided by r square plus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Wherever sine phi is there, I into sine phi means I can take r divided by r square plus x square whole power 1 by 2. Next, 2 pi r term is there. Into 2 pi r term is there. I will write as it is. Now one more term, wherever r square is there, shall I take this one as r square plus x square here? Hope you get this thing. Look at here, wherever sine phi is there, just I written as r divided by r square plus x square whole power 1 by 2. Now look at here, bases are same, powers are added. B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi r into r, 2 pi r square, mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi r square into I. Okay, so 2 pi r into r, 2 pi, so mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi r square into I, r square plus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2 into r square plus x square whole to the power of 1. If bases are same, powers are added, then r square plus x square whole to the power of 3 by 2. So this is the expression for magnetic field at any point on the axis of circular coil. That coil carries a certain amount of current. Look at here. First I choose one circular coil. In this coil current is flowing in an anti-clockwise direction. I choose that length element AB and A dash B dash here. Because of the length element AB, distance between length element and point of observation is, so that is smaller, that is equal to square root of r square plus x square. Because of this element, I will get magnetic field at point P. This magnetic field is act along P to M direction. This magnetic field I will resolve into two components. One is dB sin phi, another one is dB cos phi. In the similar way, because of the length element A dash and B dash, I will get that magnetic field. Again, this magnetic field is along P to N direction. This magnetic field is I will resolve into two components, dB dash sin phi and dB dash cos phi. Now look at here. dB cos phi and dB dash cos phi are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. This effect is cancel out here. This effect will get cancel out. Okay, right. Then dB sin phi and dB dash sin phi, these two magnetic field are in same direction. This magnetic field I can add up here. So in order to make addition, I will use a summation or integration, right? D of B is equal to integration of dB of sin phi. Wherever dB is there, just I will take mu naught by 4 pi IDL by r square. I will make integration of d of L is, so that is nothing but L, that circumference of the circle, I can take it as 2 pi r. Now here, wherever sin phi is there, just I will take r divided by r square plus x square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Wherever r square is there, just I will take r square plus x square. Then remaining thing will be mathematical calculation. Finally, I will get that mu naught by 4 pi 2 pi of r square into I divided by r square plus x square whole to the power of 3 by 2. Now look at here. Here capital R represents that radius of the circle. What does that capital R represents here? Radius of circle or circular coil here. Radius of the circular coil, where I represents that current in the coil, where X represents, what does that X represent? Distance between center of the circular coil and point of observation. X represents that distance between center of the coil and point of observation. Then small r represents that. So what does that small r represents here? It represents the distance between a length element and point of observation. So this derivation is very much important for theory examination, and it is very much important for that NEET applications for that upcoming concepts. Hope you understand these things.